they... Na, 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 na. I've heard this like once and I already know the melody, that's how good it is. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc. I'm a music composer for games and I am very intrigued by Nier music since I did the last video on it. So today we're gonna listen to and talk about another Nier track, and this time it's Song of the Ancients Atonement. I still don't know anything about the game. Let's see what I can discover just by listening to the music. Let's go! Okay, this one. Right off the bat, sounds to me like combat music. Oh. Amazing harmony. Oh, very cool. Very cool, so emotional. The harmony in this, I don't know, there's a touch of sadness in it. This first part, right off the bat, it sounded like combat music to me. I wonder if this is another instance of the same thing that we heard in amusement park, where this is actually an area theme and it changes dynamically depending on what you're doing in the area, or if this is just a straight up maybe a boss theme or a combat theme. I guess we're gonna see if we keep listening to the song and it feels like there's different iterations of it. If it gets more quiet and stuff, then I'm probably gonna think it's another instance of dynamic music. But for now, it just sounds like combat music. And man, the harmony in this, there's a touch of melancholy in this, but at the same time it sounds adventurous and epic, and that's another thing that makes me believe this might be maybe a boss theme or a combat section. There's epicness in it, there's heroism and action, but also there's sadness in it. There's something tragic about this. Check this out. This is a very long string of chords that sounds very beautiful and very sad. It's such a long string of chords, right? It feels like a story, like it's telling a story, and it feels like a sad story. Like in the beginning, they are just alternating between these two chords here. Check this out. It's just this. Yeah, and this is a sad chord, right? And this chord here, this chord, like from the little that I know about Nier music, this chord is such a Nier chord. This chord right here is a kind of chord that we call double function chord in functional harmony. And these are fancy names you don't need to worry about, but it means that this is a subdominant chord and at the same time is a tonic chord. What does that mean? It just means that the function of the chord, the emotion that you're supposed to feel when you hear this chord, is not entirely clear, is not entirely evident, and the function of the chord is not very strong. It's, in fact, this type of chord has the weakest function, is the weakest type of emotion. So it's a great chord to express nuanced, deep, and complex emotions. And you know what? I'm feeling deep, complex, nuanced emotions right now, aren't you? This is a... It still sounds positive, this double function chord, because it's still a happy chord. So there's a trace of positivity in there, but it feels bittersweet. It doesn't feel entirely positive. And the voices, man, I didn't even talk about the voices. There are two voices this time, it's a duet. What does that mean? Man, I love that little part, that little chromatism. I gotta show this to you guys. And again, this part just reinforces the sensations from the previous part. Amazing, man. There's a sense of epicness to this. That's probably what I like the most about these Nier tracks. They manage to sound so intimate and emotional and epic at the same time. The epicness of it allow it to have a sense of scale. So even though I don't know the story of this game, I know probably at least it feels to me that like there's a sense of scale, like the whole world depends on whatever's going on here. That's the sense of epicness, the sense of scale I feel. And at the same time, that sadness, that melancholy, that tragedy is still there. I don't know, man. There's some nuance in here, I feel. There's some, like I said, with the double function chord, there's some deep, complex, nuanced emotions here. Like at this point, I'm assuming this is a boss battle, right? I don't get the sense that, you know, this is a bad guy, let's beat the bad guy and we're gonna save the world and everything's gonna be fine. It sounds deeper than that. It feels like there's some conflict because it's so sad. And there's that sense of scale. So maybe this is some kind of conflicting battle, conflicting situation for the main character. I don't know, that's the vibe I get. But I have to show you this. Check this out. Did you hear how complex and emotional it sounds? It's confusing because it sounds so deep and complex. That's what I loved about the amusement park track that I heard as well. Like I get a feeling with these tracks that there's something colossally important and interesting happening and complex happening, but I just can't put my finger on it. Check this out. The song is based on a sad chord, right? On this. For a moment there, he transformed the sad chord into a happy chord. There shouldn't, like this, right? Happy chord. There shouldn't be a happy chord here. He went out of his way to transform the sad chord into a happy chord. So there's a little bit more of a sense of triumph and heroism and positivity in here, but also one of the voices, one of the instrument lines that he created here is doing a chromatic line up. Chromatic means that you're using every note of the keyboard here, adjacent notes one after the other, so you create this kind of effect like right here. So again, this is so conflicting and so it feels so complex because at the same time that he's introducing the happy chord here and that creates a little bit more of a sense of heroism and positivity, he's also doing this chromatic thing which sounds so disturbing right? It builds so much tension, sounds unnerving. Right? When you do this, it builds so much tension. Man, I'm so intrigued by this. Again, that creates so much tension, man. Amazing, it's such an amazing melody. Very cool. So cool, man. Now I wonder if they're gonna do the dynamic music thing. Oh, I think they're doing it. Oh, so this might not be a boss theme after all. This is the verse. This is the verse, but without the vocals. Or maybe this is because this still sounds action-y and combat driven. So maybe it's different phases of a boss. Man, you know what this is? You know what this is cool for? This is cool for doing covers of this song, because this is basically just the instrumental without the vocals. Na, 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 na. Na, na, na. Yeah, so I'm guessing they... Na, 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 na. I've heard this like once and I already know the melody. That's how good it is. So I guess when something important and impactful is happening in the fight, maybe the vocals kick in. I still think this might be a combat track or maybe a boss theme. Because even though the music is changing and it seems dynamic, it's not transitioning into something more ambient that doesn't sound like combat, like it was with Amusement Park. So I'm guessing this is a boss theme, and with different phases, right? And different things happen, and then the vocals kick in a key part, in a key moment. So cool, man. They're using some chords with such a heavy sense of resolution. Like there's a sense that like this is it, this is the end of it all. These chords, don't they give you a sense of fate? There's a sense in this resolution of an unavoidable fate, something that is destined to happen. Like this is it, this is the end, this is what's happening. I don't think this is the final boss, but there's something monumental happening here. Oh, is it looping? Oh, it's fading out. It's ending. No, don't end. Hey, I've done another video just like this one on another Nier track, and it's Amusement Park, and it's over here, so check that out. And please keep sharing the music from the Nier games that you love with me. That's what this channel is all about anyway, sharing the music from the games that we love with each other. So remember, whenever you're ready to spread your wings and go on a music journey again, I'll see you there.